Once again we are discussing about chemical kinetics. Chemical kinetics, it is a chapter of chemistry of FEC first year. Clear? So it is very important with respect to all type of examinations and all types of tests of jobs or entry tests or general tests. Clear? So it is very important with respect to all types of tests, special tests or general tests. Clear? So chemical kinetics have something, chemical kinetics have some broad concept. Clear? Mainly in chemical kinetics we study three things. In chemical kinetics, in the chapter of chemical kinetics, in the concept of chemical kinetics, we study only three concepts. Clear? Only three concepts. One is rate of reaction. Basically, chemical means chemical. Chemical, when we listen about a word chemical, so we think that there is some reaction in which the relation of or exchange of electron takes place, or when we listen about a word chemical, so we think that there is some chemical reaction. And kinetic means speed, kinetics means motion. Clear? So the word chemical kinetics means speed of reaction, speed of reaction. So speed of reaction also known as rate of reaction. Clear? So we will discuss the rate of reaction and all of these. So first of all, we saying that in chemical kinetics we are studying three main things. Clear? One is rate of reaction, rate of reaction. Second one is mechanism of reaction, mechanism of reaction. And third one, factor affecting rate of reaction. देखें नोट बनाते जाएं. क्लियर? इंतहाई ही ईजी होगा, इंतहाई कंसेप्चुअल है. क्लियर? रेट ऑफ रिएक्शन, मैकेनिज्म ऑफ रिएक्शन, फैक्टर अफेक्टिंग रेट ऑफ रिएक्शन. समटाइम हम कहते हैं कि हम ये तो ऑर्डर पढ़ते हैं, वो पढ़ते हैं, ये पढ़ते हैं, सारे के सारे इन चीज़ों के अंदर क्या है, वो खुफिया बंद है. क्लियर? So first of all we discuss about rate of reaction. So before discussing rate of reaction, I want to explain some basic things. That is, if you want to apply rate of reaction, velocity of reaction for some reactions, so the rate of reaction are studied for only some reactions, not for all types of chemical reactions. Clear? Rate of reaction can be studied for only limited reactions. Clear? So rate of reactions are not studied for very fast reactions. Clear? So there are three main types of reaction with respect to speed. Clear? I want to explain the rate of reaction, but before explaining the rate of reaction, I want to explain for you people that we will study rate for one type of chemical reaction. Basically, there are three types of chemical reaction with respect to speed. Clear? So one is very fast reaction. Clear? Suppose this is an explosive material. This is an explosive material or a bomb. So if a chemical reaction takes place here, it bursts in milliseconds. Clear? So in such situation we do not study rate of reaction for very fast reactions. Clear? So we don't study rate for those reactions which have very small interval of time, very small interval of time, nanoseconds, milliseconds. And also those reactions which complete in small moment. So for such reactions the rate of reaction is so high and we cannot study the rate for such reactions. Clear? For example AgCl don't react. Clear? We take AgNO3 which react with uh, sodium chloride. So as a result, what will be found? So if it is present in aqueous solution and it is also present in aqueous solution, clear, and when we mix these two solutions with each other, so what will happen? Here Ag react with chlorine and form AgCl as a PPT, clear, and also formed a sodium nitrate, clear, which is insoluble form but AgCl precipitate. So such type of reactions complete very fastly. So those reactions which complete very fast, so for such reaction we don't study rate of reaction, clear. So again go ahead, the next type of reaction which are very slow, which are actually very slow reactions, very slow reactions. So there are also some type of reactions which are very slow, they take so much time for their completion, clear. For example, so such reactions which take so much time for their completion, they take months, years, or so much more time. So for such reactions we don't study chemical rate of reaction, clear. For example, if it is Fe in some building materials or something is present which is made up of iron, so you know that if Fe is exposed, then with Fe in the presence of oxygen and H2O, Fe is converted into Fe OH whole thrice. This is known as rust. This is known as rust. So the oxidation of iron in exposed atmosphere takes so much time, months, 1 month, 2, 3, 4 or 6 months, clear. So this is a type of reaction which complete in so long time, clear. So for such reaction we don't study rate of reaction. Another example, for example, it is out, so we actually listen the story about the coil or coil, that when wood buried under the layers of earth, so in the presence of heat and high pressure, wood is converted into coil. So this is a wood when it is buried under the layers of earth. When wood is buried under the layers of earth, so due to high pressure of the layers of earth and high temperature at the core of the earth, wood is converted into coil. So such type of reactions takes so long time. So for such reaction we don't study rate of reaction. Another type of reactions, example of another type which complete in so long time, that is animal. When animal died and buried under the so many layers of earth, the earth exert pressure, the earth exert pressure on these animals, clear. So what happened? So due to high pressure and high temperature and in the absence of oxygen, this animal is converted into petroleum, clear. It means one day we will also convert into petroleum because we have buried in graveyard, clear. So that is animal when buried under the so many layers of the earth. Clear? So due to high pressure and absence of oxygen and high temperature, animal is converted into petroleum. Clear? So such type of reaction is complete in so long time. So for such reactions we don't study rate of reaction. It means we study rate of reactions for only moderate speed. Clear? For moderate speed chemical reaction. So clear, you should be clear here that we don't study rate of reaction for very fast reactions, very slow reactions. We study rate of reactions for moderate speed chemical reactions. So you should know there are many types of such reactions which have a velocity moderate. Clear? So we have discussed two type of reaction. The other one is moderate velocity reaction. Clear? My writing is just like that. I am writing with the computer. So moderate velocity reaction. So these are type of reactions which do not complete in so much time and not explosively. They take minutes, seconds, hours. Clear? For example, when N2 react with H2, it is converted into NH3. Clear? So this is a type of moderate reaction. CO2 react with H2O and form C6H12O6. This is a type of moderate reactions. Another example, O2 plus H2O which form O2 and H2 form H2O. Clear? So you should be cleared here that the rate of reaction is studied for such type of reactions, and this is a type of reactions where covalent bond is present between them. You should know the rate of the ionic reactions is very high as compared to covalent reaction, because in ionic reaction the bond formation and bond breaking takes place spontaneously. Clear? You should note down all my words in your notebook. Clear? Because all my words is just like MCQs in your test. So the ionic reactions have very fast velocity. Ionic reaction have very high rate of reaction. In ionic reaction, the bond formation and bond breaking takes place spontaneously, simultaneously. Clear? At a time, bond breaking and bond formation takes place. But in covalent reactions, at one time we will break the reaction, the old bonds. At another time, the atoms which have broke their bonds with another molecule or another atom will form bond again. So the rate of or the velocity of such type of reactions which have covalent nature have moderate nature, have such velocity for which we can study rate of reaction. Clear? So we have discussed three type of reaction: fast reaction, slow reaction, and moderate reaction. It means we study rate of reaction for only moderate reaction, not for very fast reaction and not for very slow reaction. So now we want to study rate of reaction. What is rate of reaction? Rate. Clear? What is rate of reaction? Rate of reaction is actually change. Rate of reaction is actually change in concentration change in concentration of reactants, change in concentration of reactants or change in concentration of products in unit time. Rate of reaction is actually change in concentration of reactants or change in concentration of products in unit time. Clear? So we can write this whole narration in only mathematical form. Clear? So for example, if A react with B and form C plus D. Clear? So if you want to write the rate of reaction for such reaction, so we can write it as rate of reaction is equal to change in concentration of A with respect to time, and which is equal to change in concentration of B with respect to time. Clear? Which is equal to change in concentration of C with respect to time, which is equal to change in concentration of D with respect to time. Clear? This is rate of reaction. Clear? Rate equation, no, it is a rate of reaction. So the rate of reaction can be defined as, for this reaction, rate of reaction is equal to rate of reaction for this reaction can be written as rate of reaction is equal to change in concentration of A with respect to T. Rate of reaction for B can be written as change in concentration of B in unit time. Rate of reaction for C can be written as change in concentration of C in unit time, and rate of reaction for D can be written as change in concentration of D in unit time. Clear? So one term I want to add one another term. Clear? So another term which is used in rate of reaction is that, number 1, rate of appearance. Second one, rate of disappearance. These two terms also used in chemical or the rate of reaction. Clear? So we have written rate of reaction for this chemical equation. Clear? For this chemical equation we have written the equation. For A, B and C and D. Clear? So you should know the rate of appearance. What is mean by rate of appearance? What is mean by rate of appearance? Rate of appearance means here C and D is formed when T was 0, when the reaction was not started. At that time there was no product. But when the reaction started, the formation of C and D also increases. It means that the change in concentration of C and D with respect to time is also known as rate of appearance. Clear? So when T was 0, there was no molecule of C or D. when T become T, clear? When time 1, 2, 3 or 4 seconds spent, some molecule of C and D or some molecule of product is formed. It means that it is paired while A and B disappeared. Clear? So the rate or the velocity with which the C and D is appearing is known as rate of appearance. The rate or the velocity or speed with which the A and B disappear is known as rate of disappearance. Clear? So I am adding a symbol for rate of disappearance of A and rate of disappearance of B, because with the passage of time the concentration of A and B decreases and C and D increases. So the rate of appearance for reactants will be represented by negative, and the rate of appearance for the product will be shown by positive symbol. Again, the rate of disappearance of the reactants will be shown by negative symbol, because with the passage of time the concentration of the reactants decreases, but the rate of reaction or change in the concentration of the products for the product will be shown by positive symbol. Clear? It means these two stands for rate of disappearance, because with the passage of time their concentration decreases, but these two rate of reaction stands for rate of appearance, because when T was 0, when the reaction was not started, there were no concentration of C and D, but when the reaction started, the concentration of product increased with the passage of time. Clear? Achha. So I am explaining that why we add extra negative here. Clear? So you should be attentive here. Why I am adding an extra negative? This an extra negative for rate of disappearance is added because the rate of reaction, we want to get the rate of reaction with positive symbol. The rate of reaction cannot be 0. Clear? Rate of reaction or change in the concentration of the reactants or products cannot be 0. Clear? For example, I am standing here. If after 10 minutes I don't change my position, clear? So it means I have not changed my position with respect to time. It means my rate is 0. Clear? So rate cannot be negative. If I don't change my position with respect to time, my rate cannot be 0. Clear? If I go back and if I go ahead, my rate will be positive. Rate cannot be 0. In order to avoid negative rate, we adding extra negative here. In order to avoid negative rate, we adding extra negative with rate of disappearance, or with the change in concentration of the reactants. Clear? Because with the passage of time. Clear? I want to prove it. Clear? Can I write it as that or that? Clear? I am taking A. Clear? I am adding extra negative. I am proving that there will be an extra negative. Clear? Delta. Clear? If I write it as it will be correct. Delta T. Clear? I am proving that why we add extra negative. I have told that we are adding this extra negative for this purpose, in order to get the rate, with positive symbol. Clear? Here you are saying that this is an extra negative, but extra negative is not present here. Clear? So we are adding this extra negative for this purpose in order to convert this negative rate into positive. Clear? I am proving. Clear? Negative into delta means a2 minus a1 divided by delta t. Clear? Okay. So you know, with the passage of time, this is a2, this is a1, this is initial concentration of a, and this is a concentration after some time. Okay. So you know, with the passage of time, the a2 a1 decreases. Clear? If the reaction start, the concentration of a decreases. So after some time, the concentration of a become a2, means the concentration of a decrease up to a2. Clear? It means that a2 is less than a1. So it means that the answer or the magnitude from the subtraction of these two quantity will be a negative. Clear? Because this a2 is smaller than a1 and extra negative is also present, delta t. Clear? So again, negative multiply negative positive, and a divided by delta t. Clear? So I have proved that we are adding this extra negative with the rate of disappearance of the reactant in order to convert the rate of reaction for the reactants, reactants into positive. Clear? It means that rate of reaction cannot be negative. Rate of reaction cannot be negative. Rate of reaction will always positive. Clear? So this was some summary about the rate of reaction. So I want to write a unit of rate of reaction and then some examples. Clear? So I want to write an example of rate of reaction. Clear? For example, first of all I want to explain the unit. Rate unit. What will be the unit of rate? You know, we have said that if A is converted into B, then the rate for this reaction will be rate is equal to change in concentration of A with respect to time. Clear? Change in concentration of A with respect to time. Clear? Okay. So here you are seeing that the unit of concentration is mole per dm cube divided by the unit of time is second. It means that unit of rate will be mole per dm cube per second, or you can write it as mole per liter, mole per liter per second. Note down in your own notebook, per liter per second. This is the unit of rate of reaction. I want to explain it again. Clear? So if you want to write the rate of reaction for this reaction, for this chemical reaction, then we will say that rate of reaction is equal to change in concentration of A, clear, or B with respect to time. So we can write here A or B. Clear? So I am writing generally, so I want to write X instead of A or B in order to avoid you from complexity. Rate of reaction is equal to change in concentration. Here X stands for change in concentration of reactants or product with respect to time. Clear? Rate of reaction is equal to, with the definition you have seen, the rate of reaction is equal to change in concentration of reactants or change in concentration of product with respect to time. So I am removing that and only the symbol of concentration remained here. So the unit of the concentration in mole per dm cube or mole per liter, and sign become inverse, second become inverse. So this is the unit of rate of reaction. So again an example. For example, if we first of all we write an equation generally where 3a plus 5b react and form 6c. This is a type of reaction. Clear? We have also written a rate of reaction for a chemical reaction which was general in form, where a plus b was reacting and form c plus d. Clear? 2 or 3 seconds before we have write such type of reaction, and for which we have also written rate of reaction, clear, and rate of appearance or disappearance. Clear? So this is a type of in this form this reaction have no coefficient, but here it is a type of reaction, a type of chemical reaction which have some coefficient. So if there is some coefficient, then what will we do to write the rate of reaction? So here we are writing a rate of reaction. Clear? You should know it is not so difficult. Clear? One term is different, the one term is different of rate of reaction from the rate of appearance and rate of disappearance. Clear? So note down, for this reaction we want to write a rate of reaction. So the rate of reaction for this reaction. So now we want to write rate of reaction of this reaction with respect to A, B and C. Clear? Now we want to write rate of reaction with respect to A, B and C. Clear? So with rate of reaction with respect to 3 become as coefficient will divide. Clear? Negative is written for rate of disappearance, we have taught, but this one is an extra term. When there is some coefficient before the reactant's term, then we will divide the concentration of this reactant. Note, if you want to write a rate of reaction for reactants or products, and if there is present some coefficient, then we will divide the concentration of this reactant by its own coefficient. Again, if you are seeing if the examiners have given some chemical reaction, so that type of chemical reaction which have some coefficient. Clear? So what will happen? So if you want to they have ordered you to write rate of reaction for such chemical equation. So what will you do? So in such condition you should know that you are writing negative for rate of disappearance and you are writing positive for rate of appearance. Number 1. Second, the coefficient of the appearing term or disappearing term will divide the concentration of the reactants and products as given. The concentration of change in concentration of A with respect to time. Clear? Which is equal to, I want to write rate of reaction for B, negative divided by 5 change in concentration of B with respect to time. Clear? Which is equal to, this is rate of disappearance, this is rate of disappearance. Clear? So rate of reaction for disappearance can be written as rate of reaction for disappearance of the reactant can be written as, and rate of reaction for the appearance can be written as. Clear? Change in concentration of C in a unit time. Clear? So I want to add an extra term. Clear? So what we will write here, which is equal to no negative will become here, which is equal to 1 divided by 3 change in concentration of D and in unit time. Clear? This is rate of reaction for this equation. So if you want to write an equation for rate of appearance and rate of disappearance for this reaction, clear? So what we will write here, we will write it as the rate of appearance. First of all, we write for the rate of disappearance. Suppose rate of disappearance is equal to, so for writing rate of disappearance or rate of appearance of a reaction, neglect the coefficient is change in concentration of A with respect to time. Clear? Or rate of reaction for B, this is for A, rate of disappearance for B can be written as change in concentration of B with respect to time. Clear? Change in concentration in B with respect to time. And rate of appearance for C, rate of appearance for C can be written as change in concentration of C in unit time. Clear? Change in concentration of C in unit time. And rate of appearance for D, rate of appearance for D can be written as change in concentration of D in unit time. So take a screenshot. I am waiting for a minute. Clear? So it will be clear. So this was a general equation. Now we write a specific equation. Clear? So go ahead and write it and also learn it. Clear? So it is very easy. Clear? Not so difficult as you are saying. Clear? For example, N2 react with H2 and form NH3. Clear? So first of all, balance the equation. This is a balanced chemical equation. So now we write rate of reaction for this equation. Clear? First of all, pause the video and write rate of reaction self. So rate of reaction for this reaction with respect to all terms can be written as, clear, negative change in concentration of N2 with respect to time. Clear? Also rate of reaction for this change in concentration of H2 with respect to time. Clear? With respect to NH3, change in rate of reaction for the appearance of NH3 can be written as 1/2 change in concentration of NH3 in unit time. Clear? So we have written rate of reaction for the following reaction. Clear? In first case we have written a general formula. In such case we have written specific reaction, and for this reaction we drawn rate of reaction. Clear? So for disappearance we will write negative, and for rate of reaction we will divide the change in concentration of the reactant by its coefficient if coefficient is present. Clear? In this case coefficient is only 1, So if here we don't write. Clear? So in such case 3 is present as a coefficient, and in such case 2 is present as a coefficient. In these two cases we adding negative because it shows disappearance, and for appearance we are writing positive. Clear? So we are writing now rate of rate of appearance first. So first of all we write rate of disappearance of N2 will be change in concentration of N2 in unit time. Clear? Again, rate of disappearance of H2 will be is equal to change in concentration of H2 in unit time. Clear? And for NH3 rate of appearance of NH3 is equal to change in concentration of NH3 in unit time. So I hope that you will be learned something from this lecture. Clear? So now I want to solve a numerical question for this rate of reaction, and also so you can take a screenshot of the following. Clear? So now I want to solve a numerical. Clear? For example, a type of numerical is present. So listen and also learn. Clear? It is very easy, not so difficult. For example, this is a type of reaction that suppose you are sitting in exam and a type of reaction is given, and also the data is such that if 6 or 2 moles of N2 disappear in 2 minutes. Clear? 2 minutes. Question is that if 2 mole of N2 is disappear in 2 minutes, write rate of reaction. Clear? Write rate of reaction and write rate of appearance for each, and write rate of disappearance for each. Question is that in your exam, that from the seek or concentrate or watch the following given equation, where if the 2 moles of N2 disappear in 2 minutes. Clear? In 2 minutes. If 2 moles of N2 disappear in 2 minutes, so how many moles? If 2 moles disappear in 2 minutes. Clear? Or if I want to write it as for complexity, so it is a simple form. If 2 mole of N2 disappear in 2 minutes, then write rate of reaction, also rate of appearance for each, and also rate of disappearance for each. Clear? So first of all we want to calculate rate of reaction. Clear? So rate of reaction for rate of reaction for N2 is equal to change in concentration of N2 in unit time. Clear? Change in concentration of N2 in a unit time. So rate of reaction is equal to change in concentration was 2 mole. Clear? So we should write negative here, 2 mole. Clear? And change in time was 2 minutes. We write it as 60 multiplied by 2, which is equal to 2 by 120 seconds. Clear? Write again. If 2 mole of N2 disappear in 2 minutes, write rate of reaction. So rate of reaction is equal to change in concentration of N2 in unit time. Clear? So now we can write the change in concentration was 2 mole and the change in time was 2 minutes. So 2 moles divided by 120 seconds. Clear? So the rate of reaction is 2 and 260. So 1 by 60 mole per second. 1 by 2 moles per second. Clear? So disappear moles, if some here we write a liter or dm cube. Clear? So the question was such 2 moles per dm cube or per liter, then we also add here per liter. Clear? So the question was that if 2 mole of NH3 disappear in 2 minutes, then find rate of reaction. So first of all we have written the rate of reaction, and general equation for the rate of reaction. So now this means change in concentration of N2. So the change in concentration of N2 is 2 and the time is 120 seconds. Clear? So we divide and cut with each other and get 160 mole per second per liter. Clear? Again, now we want to write rate of appearance. Clear? Now we want to calculate rate of reappearance for each. Now rate of appearance, now we want to write rate of appearance for NH3 because NH3 is appeared here. Clear? So we know that rate of reaction for NH3 is rate of reaction for NH3 is 1 by 2 change in concentration of NH3 by unit time. Change in concentration of NH3 by unit time. Clear? So if we write it as that multiply both side by 2, multiply both side by 2. Clear? So 2 and 2 cancel, 2 and 2 cancel. 2 multiply rate of reaction is equal to 2 multiply rate of reaction is equal to change in concentration of NH3 in change in concentration of NH3 in unit time. So take a screenshot, then we are going to explain further. So again, clear? So what you know that change in this is an equation for rate of appearance of NH3. This equation we have already know about this equation, and we have already written this equation for the rate of appearance of NH3. So you know that rate of appearance for NH3 can be written as, and here 2 multiply rate of reaction is 1 by 30. We have calculated in the previous calculation 1 by 60. Clear? So 2 and 30. Clear? So the rate of disappearance for NH3, rate of appearance for NH3 is 1 by 30 moles per liter per second. Clear? Again, take a screenshot. Clear? So again, the question is that write or calculate the rate of disappearance for H2. So we know that rate of reaction for H2 is 1 by 2 change in concentration of H2 by time. So again we multiply both sides by 3 and by 3. 3 and 3 cancel. 3 multiply rate of reaction is equal to what? Negative change in concentration of H2 divided by change in unit time. So this show rate of disappearance of H2. We have written an equation, and so what is the rate of reaction? 3 multiply rate of reaction was 1 by 60. Clear? We have already know, and this is equal to change rate of disappearance of H2. So 3 2. Clear? So it is equal to rate of disappearance of H2 is equal to what? 1 by 20 moles per liter per second. Clear? Acha. Again we want to write rate of disappearance for N2. So rate of disappearance of N2 will be equal to negative change in concentration of N2 in unit time. Clear? So again rate of reaction, okay, clear. Rate of reaction for N2 can be written as negative because here there is no coefficient. So the rate of reaction and rate of disappearance will be same. Rate of disappearance of N2 in unit time. Clear? Okay. So write and put the values. So the value of rate of reaction is 1 by 60 mole per liter per second, which is equal to, and this term is equal to rate of disappearance of H2. So we have calculated all three values: rate of reaction, rate of appearance, rate of disappearance. So I hope that you have understood all of these, to which we have narrated, we have taught, we have explained. So I want that you will like it. So if you want to get such beneficial lectures, such beneficial explanation, and such beneficial contents, you should subscribe my channel and also click on bell icon in order to get all अपडेटेड नोटिफिकेशन ऑफ दिस चैनल. सो लाइक कर दें और साथ साथ सब्सक्राइब कर दें ताकि आपको इस चैनल की तमाम बेहतर से बेहतर नोटिफिकेशन मिल सके. और हमारा मकसद भी यही है कि हम अपने कौम के अवाम के लिए ऐसे कुछ डॉक्यूमेंट्स तैयार करें, ऐसे कंटेंट्स तैयार करें कि उनको हम आगे ले जाएं. अगर ये मतलब अपनी गुर्बत की वजह से मुख्तलिफ स्टैंडर्ड एकेडमी ज्वाइन नहीं कर सकते, तो हम उनके लिए तो इतना कर सकते हैं कि उसको इस तरह के बेनिफिशियल एंड अपडेटेड लेक्चर्स, क्लियर एंड चैलेंजिंग लेक्चर्स तैयार करें और उनको दे दें. बाकी उसकी मर्ज़ी कि वो सीखते हैं या नहीं सीखते. सो इजाज़त, वस्सलाम.